Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about John Aliar getting arrested. I mean, who would have thunk it, right? Who would have thought this would happen? So I got a bunch of things to tell you guys about. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube and mafia rat related content. Shout out to everybody that watches this show. I appreciate you. Jason, what's good, man? Happy Saturday to everybody. This is going to be a short one, but I got some funny things to tell you guys about. So if you guys don't know, Mr. John Alite, himself, has been arrested for extorting money from people. Now, this guy says he was helping the kids, right? This guy is the total opposite of helping the kids. He would sign baseball bats and sell them on his website. So apparently he got caught up and he is now facing serious charges. Ex-mobster turned councilman allegedly mistook town hall for the family business. Residents of Englishtown thought they were electing a councilman. Prosecutors now allege they accidentally hired a guy who never fully deleted his old contact list. The former Gotti associate, because he was not a Gambino family member. He was not a fucking hitman for the Gambino family. All these people, I mean, these guys are living legends in their own mind, I swear to God. So he became a council member. John Alite, he's facing new criminal charges, including theft by extortion, usury, corporate misconduct, and terroristic threats. So apparently he was handing money out, loaning money to people with crazy interest rates, and then threatening them when they wouldn't pay him back in time, right? You can't do that nowadays. Everybody knows threats don't work. People just go to the cops. They're not going to pay you your money. Authorities claim that Alite's version of municipal finance may have involved a little more pay up than taxpayers were expecting. According to the investigators, Alite allegedly issued loans with interest rates so high they made credit card companies blush. When borrowers allegedly fell behind, prosecutors claim the collection process later had a friendly reminder. So he had a friend going around threatening people. He would threaten people. So authorities also say Alite used his company, Straightened Out Entertainment. This guy was never straightened out. He's not even Italian. So why would he have a company called Straightened Out Entertainment to further the scheme? Critics immediately questioned whether the company called Straighten Out was tempting fate from the very beginning. At some point, one imaginary resident joked, "You got to be naming the company after the exact same thing you're trying to prove." So this guy, he might face a long time in prison. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how long he'll get in prison or if he'll get out on bond or what's going on with that. But who knows? Do you guys think that he will get a lot of time in prison over this situation? Or do you think that he'll beat this case? Because he has cheerleaders and the guys with the pom-poms. Guess who the guys with the pom-poms are? I'll give you a wild guess. You guessed it. Fellow mafia rat, Louis Kazman. So he says, praying in the comment section. Jealous haters the same. Let this case play out. Of course, I had to send laughing faces at him. And then another person commented, Angel must be enjoying this. Was she enjoying it when it was her nephew? For the second time for beating up a woman? Was she enjoying that one? So someone else commented, wow, this sounds like some wild shit. If it's true, maybe those left-wing politicians in New Jersey just want him out of his office. So he was recently involved with a big beef with Fat Joe, right? For going on the podcast with Joey Merlino. So Alite did a video and he was saying the N-word and swearing and like I was shocked when I seen that video. I'm like, damn, this dude's a council member and he's making videos like that. I don't know if they know about that video. So what they're saying is he may be forced to resign from his office, right? I mean, it's not like they take him out of office. I mean, they should for this type of shit. But let's take a look at this video when he first got in office.
Member of the Englishtown Borough Council, and he's got a resume like none other. John Alite is a former member of the Gambino crime family.
No, he's not. First lie right there, right off the bat. He was not a member of the Gambino crime family. He's not even Italian. You can't be a member of a crime family if you're not Italian. He was never a member of any family. He was a Gotti associate. That's it. Hey, what's up, Donnie? How you doing?
He invited News 12 New Jersey's Chris Keating into his home to talk about his new job and the old one.
Yeah, collecting money. His new job, collecting money on the side.
You're likely wondering, is John Alite a former member of the Gambino crime family who used to work for John?
No, he wasn't.
Gotti and did prison time truly right for the Englishtown Borough Council?
He was friends with John Gotti Jr. He didn't work for John Gotti. He never worked for John Gotti. If you watch my older videos, I prove that he didn't know John Gotti when he was the boss. He didn't work for John Gotti. He didn't do hits for John Gotti. Never happened.
Blame him for saying it. I would say the same thing, to be honest. People are going to judge you.
At 62, Alite is admittedly embarrassed about the first half of his life.
There's no way I can.
I wonder if he's going to be embarrassed on jumping up to the second, the top bunk. You guys think he'll be embarrassed about that? Having to jump up to the top bunk at 62 years old? He's probably 63 by now, right? I wonder if he'll be embarrassed that he has to jump up to the top bunk to go to sleep tonight.
Erase the first part. I wish I could, but you can't.
He served 14 years in prison after getting caught up in a wide-reaching mob bust for extortion, murder, and drugs. Alite would eventually testify against the Gottis. Since then, he's turned it around, written books about it.
Yeah, he testified against Gotti Jr. because he never worked for Gotti Sr. It didn't happen.
His mafia life, and been a motivational speaker with a message of, don't follow my old path, follow my new one.
So they bring me in to talk to kids because I lived it. I know what they're going through as an inner city kid, and I try to push them in the right direction.
Now, he's a lot like others here in Englishtown. He's a dad of 5 who showed us multiple shrines at his main.
He's a dad of 5 who kids go to prison and are in all types of trouble, right? So he's a great role model. Great role model. Was that fun, girls?
Street home to his one daughter, Chelsea, who at 30 lost her life to a pill laced with fentanyl.
These are her paintings. She painted the universe a lot.
The Dangers of Drugs is a platform he'll push as he enters politics, with the goal of someday running for Congress, even though he has trouble
Congress. Do you guys think he'll make it to Congress now?
finding respect for those in those seats.
I hate to say this. I think 70% of them are corrupt. I think they're agenda.
Insane Wheels, what's going on? Well, he's joining the 70% of them, right? Ken, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today.
They're still committing crimes. I stopped committing them a while ago.
Oh, but guess what? He was lying through his teeth during this interview because he was still committing crimes. He said that they're corrupt.
Goal of someday running for Congress, even though he has trouble finding respect for those in those seats.
I hate to say this. I think 70% of them are corrupt. I think their agenda, they're still committing crimes. I stopped committing them a while ago.
Alite was appointed to the council after 2 seats opened. And as far as Mayor Daniel Francisco is concerned, Alite does fit the mold.
He knows a lot of people in the business community, knows a lot of people in the political.
Yeah, he does. That's how he was able to give loans out and then threaten them to give back the money, right? So, I mean, these people are all criminals themselves, all of them.
Movement. He's a guy that gives back his time to do a lot of talks with police departments, federal agencies, does a lot of drug outreach.
The mayor believes in second chances, and Alite is in the middle of his right now. In English.
What about third chances? Do you think they believe in third chances?
Englishtown. I'm Chris Keating, News 12 New Jersey.
What do you think, guys? Do you think they believe in third chances? Do you think Mr. Alite, the liar, will get a third chance to break kneecaps and collect money? What are your thoughts on this situation? We got a couple other things to talk about real quick. So the situation that happened over in Kentucky, right, where guns were drawn, apparently it was not the Forsaken Few Motorcycle Club. I admit it was not the Forsaken Few Motorcycle Club. I have an idea of who it was, but I can't put it out yet because I want to verify it first. I'm pretty close to verifying who it was. I even have names of people that were there, but I'm not going to put their names out. But it was not the Forsaken Few Motorcycle Club. They don't have a charter in that state. They were nowhere near this situation, so it was not these guys. And you could tell on the patch. Yeah, the Outlaws were there. One of the patches was the Outlaws. 100% was the Outlaws. The other club, I'm not going to say the name yet because I have some names of people that were in the other club, and I have an idea of who it is, but I'm not going to say it yet until I have 100% confirmation. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing? So we got another situation to talk about that just transpired. 6 members of the Rock Machine were just sentenced to over 27 years combined sentence between all of them, right? Rock Machine declares war on the Outlaws Motorcycle Club in the UK. 6 men were sentenced to prison, and they got a total of 27 years for a brutal assault. I will show you the video. It's on Patreon. You can go watch it right now. So the 6 men are right there on the bottom. Motorcycle gang members jailed for violent assault. 6 men have been jailed after carrying out targeted attack on 2 members of a rival motorcycle gang, it says. Members of the Rock Machine Motorcycle Club, Lee Rogers, Robert Greenacre, Kyle Matthews, Darren Rimmer, Ashley Lauderdale, carried out an attack on a man and a woman outside a pub marketplace in Gloucester in the UK in April of 2025. The male victim was in his 60s, and he was a member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. He was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, including bleeding on the brain, fractured jaw. The woman sustained injuries and did not need hospital treatment. The 6 were sentenced to a combined total of 27 years and 2 months in a Bristol Crown Court earlier. The court was told that the attack happened after a dispute between the motorcycle groups, the Outlaws and the Rock Machine. The victims were sitting near the clock tower in Colford on the 5th of April, 2025, when 5 vehicles arrived and members of the Rock Machine Motorcycle Club charged them carrying weapons such as metal poles, baseball bats, and hammers. And it was for one guy. Like, the attack left both victims with serious injuries, with the male victim requiring hospital treatment. The judge said the willingness to engage in a confrontation and violence and the desire to ensure that the Rock Machine were on top. After sentencing, the detective said, I am pleased that 6 men have been jailed following their involvement. Can only be described as calculated and brazen violent attack. I hope this court's outcome shows the violence won't be tolerated here and that the police will do anything they can to bring offenders to justice. So Rogers, Tipton, Timmons, 27, also Tipton and Green Ace, 35, all pleaded guilty to wounding with intent of violence disorder. Matthews, Rimmer, Lauderdale were found guilty of wounding with intent of violent disorder by a jury. They were found, Lauderdale was found guilty of assault causing bodily harm. Timmons was jailed for 4 years, 3 months. Green Ace was sentenced to 3 years and 4 months in prison. Rogers was sentenced to 5 years and 10 months. I believe that's the biggest sentence, though. Meanwhile, Matthews was jailed for 2 years and 10 months. Rimmers, 4 years and 5 months. Lauderdale, 6 years and 4 months. That's the longest sentence, Lauderdale. 6 years and 4 months. 3 men, Luke Cole, Joshua Bell, and Paul Price, were previously pleaded guilty to violent disorder in connection with the attack, with the 4th man, Mark Gibson, found guilty of violent disorder, but not guilty of wounding with intent to assault causing bodily harm at the previous trial. All 4 are due to be sentenced in August. Another man, Jordan Piers, was found not guilty of violent disorder, engaging or assisting an offender. Following the trial, he faced no further police action. So he beat the charges, this other guy. So here are some pictures of some of these individuals. I mean, this was a brutal assault. And these are all Rock Machine members out in the UK. Look at this guy. People are like, damn, this guy fell asleep at a party. So what do you guys think of this situation? I mean, they got the most someone got is 6 years for the situation. The video will be on Patreon. Go check it out right after this. You could check it out on Facebook too. The video is on Facebook. But go check it out. What do you guys think about a New Jersey councilman hit with loan sharking charges? What do you guys think of that? I got a lot more content on the way. I got a lot of great videos I'm going to be dropping. I was told it was the War Dogs. Nope, it wasn't the War Dogs. I don't believe they're in Kentucky, man. I might be wrong, but you don't see red on their patch. So it was definitely the Outlaws, right? It was one club. I can't say who the other club was. Let me see if I can show this picture real quick. If I have it. No, it wasn't the War Dogs. The War Dogs have a patch. And they're around Pennsylvania towards Pittsburgh. It wouldn't be them. It was a pop-up club. That's what I'm being told. And they're a 1% club. They put a diamond on. And allegedly, that's the reason behind this whole situation. Here, I'll show you. This is a picture up close of the alleged patch, right? I have an idea, but I have to confirm it before I say. But I do have names of the individuals that were involved. No, it's not Sin City Disciples. The patch on the right, you see it? So the one on the left, that's a probationary outlaw. The guy on the right. Staxx predicted the Alite thing, going to jail. That charge is 15 years minimum. Damn, grapes. I know I did predict it, right? You seen when I was doing the content about Alite? 100%. I knew it. These people don't change. Barillo, too. He's going to prison, too. These guys don't change. They don't. What's going on, Mike? How you doing? Shout out to Louisiana, South Louisiana. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday. I got a bunch of things to do. But I'll do a show once I find out the name. I'm not going to put the people's names out there, but I'll talk about the situation again. And I got a lot more content on the way. Stay tuned. Tonight's video, 10 o'clock. And then I got the scary guy coming up. Some videos. Check this crowd out. I believe this is what's it, the Vagos? Yeah, it's a pretty big group, the Vagos.
60 more fucking years.
But stay tuned. Did you guys see the shorts of the scary guy? It's a good interview. You'll be surprised when you hear his story. Yeah, I'll play a couple shorts for you before I go. And I apologize for doing a short one today. I got a lot of shit to do. Alite's gonna have to go on the top bunk. 60 years old, climbing up on the top bunk. You believe that shit? He's gonna go in there. I was a mafia enforcer. Yeah, good luck with that. People don't like people who cooperate in prison. Louis Casman, too. He's been arrested multiple times. Louis Casman is a straight mafia rat. He wore a wire at Gotti's funeral. He probably put a wire in the coffin. Who knows? That's what I hear. He wore a wire at the funeral. I believe it. These people are disgraceful, right? Check.
Started on the challenge, and I have to be really honest with you, straightforward. That was the most quiet week of my entire life. There isn't anything that came out of my mouth, because every time I thought about saying something, it was about putting somebody down or making fun of them or something derogatory or something sarcastic. And I thought, and then my friends went, "What's wrong with you? You're not even talking anymore. You're just quiet." I said, "I put myself on a challenge, and if I'm afraid if I open my mouth, I'm going to break my challenge." So I was feeling these unbelievable withdrawal. I was just feeling really withdrawn from everybody. I started speaking and I changed my name, and that was really weird. When I changed my name, I went and filed at the courthouse, and they have to go before a judge, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And there were 300 people in the courtroom because you have to file for the name change. And there were 100 people. The courtroom was full, and the media was outside the door. And the judge wouldn't let the media in the courtroom. And so she calls me up to the bench, and she says, I see you want to change your name to the scary guy. And I said, yeah. She said, well, it's really an unusual name. And I said, well, there's a reason for it, and she says, okay, well, are you trying to hide or elude any debtors or creditors or anything like that? I said, look at me, Judge. I said, I can't hide. And of course she laughed. This woman, my mom, was unbelievable. And I thought, if she can do it, I can do it. And so I created a challenge for myself. So I started looking around, and I looked at my father, and I looked at my dad as a role model, and I went, I don't know about this one. He was a Navy veteran, World War II, and he never spoke. He was always angry. And every time I walked around him as a kid, I walked on eggshells. His whole philosophy were kids were to be seen, not heard. He never even somebody in a competitive tattoo business, and I never met the guy. He ran a full-page ad in the newspaper, and in fact, on the paper that I used to run the full-page ad on, and the owner of the magazine paper, he called me on the phone one day, and he said, hey, Kerry, there's a competitive shop that wants to take the back page of that newspaper, and they're going to run an ad on it. And I said, well, that's fine, let them do it. I'm not going to stop them. He said, no, but you wouldn't believe what he's going to print on there. And I said, what do you mean? What's he going to print? And he says, are you tired of dealing with scary guys with war paint facial tattoos? And, but I knew it was about me because he was running the ad like that. Are you tired of dealing with scary guys with war paint facial tattoos? And I slammed the paper down on the counter, and I thought to myself, why would that guy say that about me?
Stay tuned for that interview. It's really good. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx. The dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. And you know we got to bash the mafia rats every once in a while. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. Or you can hit a Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I appreciate it. Every single dollar goes right back into the show. And if you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at billstax2021@gmail.com. Hope you guys all have a great Saturday. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. And remember, don't be a bitch.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.